the Sanctum Sanctorum, Greenwich Village, New York City.
Agamon has been killed.
Assassinated.
Wong and I don't need to tell you, Strange. A dead sorcerer supreme isn't great.
Is it not, Pandora? Agamon was a warlord, a slaver, a murderer. There was no line he would not cross in his grasping for power. Are we to shed tears for him now?
Agamon's death leaves a power vacuum in the Purple Dimension, as well as the territory he claimed in the Gobi Desert. There will be war.
And you don't know who did it?
Oh, I have a theory, Strange.
Well, I will leave the investigation to Wand then. Regrettably, I have other problems today.
I had forgotten. Forgive me. It's Parlay Day, isn't it? We will keep you apprised. Stephen, Clea.
Well, are you going to ask me, Stephen?
Have I reason to, love?
No. I did not kill Agamon.
Your word is all I require, Clea. As ever.
I'll leave you to this, I think.
I can hardly blame you, darling. It is, after all, Parlay Day. Which means that must be your uncle. The dread Dormammu.
Doc!
7-ringed exorcism of Atlantis!
Get him, Doc! Get him! No, how dare you! This is my honor!
Ahem. Every time our yearly parlay comes around, you try that. My creatures love and adore me, their lord. You cannot exorcise a willing host, Strange.
You're killing him.
Of course I am. A Cold War is still a war, Strange, and people die in wars. I am the dread Dormammu, channeling a fraction of my essence into this shell, will burn it out in mere hours. And there is nothing you can do about it, Doctor.
So who is this one?
Everett Stone, a third-generation true believer, like all the others. A mate to spawn, an investment banker, whatever that is. Members of my cult tend to be very successful in the financial sector, as it turns out.
Imagine. What do you want, Dormammu?
All that exists, Strange, as always. But at this very moment, merely to share a fine parlay day with my old enemy after so long apart. You're looking very well, I must say. Dying must have been terribly unpleasant.
How it must have stuck in your craw, Dormammu, that it wasn't you who killed me. That it was Umar alone, among all the Faltine, who aided in my murder.
Oh, Strange. Dagoth, Agamon, Tybro, and my sister playing at murderers with that worm Caecilius as their weapon? A killing that did not even take? Please. When I kill you, Strange, you will stay dead. And how is my wretched niece?
Clea is well, Dormammu.
I see you are together once more. How long do we expect that to last?
Really, Dormammu? This is beneath you.
Oh, I disagree, Strange. If I might cause you pain, nothing is beneath me. It is, of course, why I ride one of my worshippers' souls every time I come to Parlay. Making the great doctor, the healer, look into a man's eyes as he dies. Dies thanking me for the honor.
I was just thinking about the first time we met.
Arrogance, Strange. Unbecoming.
I'm certain you remember. It was the basis for our ongoing relationship. After all, I saved you from the mindless ones. I could have killed you. I could have let him take you. But I gave you aid. Put you in my debt.
Strange Tales, issue 127. Ancient history. How sad to live in the past so.
Perhaps, Dormammu. I've been thinking a great deal of our history as of late. Checkmate.
Greed is good. Greed is good. Buy, buy, buy. Sell, sell, sell. Greed is good. Greed is good.
Ah, the spirit of Mammon. How many times must you bind it over the course of a year, Strange?
More than I would prefer, certainly.
The futility, Strange. All your hard work, Strange, consistently undone by the endless greed of the ones you've sworn to protect. Do you not see how pointless all this is?
A doctor fights the disease, no matter how often it returns. You, the dread Dormammu, speak to me of greed. You, who tried to take this Earth, only to have the Earth herself come to my aid and strike you down.
Doctor Strange, Volume 2, Issue 9.
The market is crashing. The market is crashing.
Tell me, Dormammu, do you think I have a particularly good memory for my victories? Or is it just your defeats that stay with me so?
Why this city, Strange? You who have seen the glories of all the dimensions.
I like it here. And for whatever reason, the lion's share of global crises seem to happen here.
I would give you this city, you know, if you bowed to me, accepted me as your master, as I rightfully am.
All this I will give to you if you will bow down and worship me. Get thee behind me, Dormammu.
Speak sense, Strange.
Forgive me. Sometimes one devil sounds very much like another. As for this city, you'd do well not to dismiss it. Do you recall when you stole my body and banished my spirit into one of its many rats? If memory serves, my friends and I still managed to defeat you.
Doctor Strange, Sorcerer Supreme, Issue 2.
How many times, Dormammu? How many times have I defeated you? With my secret defenders? Or when the odds were reversed?
Doctor Strange, Sorcerer Supreme, Issue 50.
When you bound yourself to the Underchild?
Doctor Strange, Volume 3, Issue 4.
Or perhaps the time when I arranged for you to understand your own insignificance?
Doctor Strange, Volume 4, Issue 16. I believe our time together is coming to an end. This body cannot take much more of my habitation. Since you have been taking such relish in recounting my defeat, Strange, I'll leave you with one of your own. A human life you cannot save.
Why not make a wish before you go, Dormammu? Toss a coin into the fountain.
I don't believe you humans generally carry coinage anymore.
Then we must borrow one.
Here, Stephen.
Dormammu, this is Jean Grey of the X-Men, a friend of mine who has come to lend me a coin of her people.
Hello, Dormammu.
What is the meaning of this, Strange?
Mysterium. It negates magic. I believe you are familiar with it from a more recent defeat.
Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 6, Issue 18.
I've been telling stories all day, Dormammu. Stories of how I, Stephen Strange, just a man, have defeated you, Dormammu, a creature worshipped as a god. over and over again. But I wasn't telling them to you. I was telling them to Everett Stone, the man whose soul you're riding, whose life you're ending moment by moment. A man who has a family, a man whose life has value, no matter what he's been raised to believe. Holding this, I'm vulnerable. My magic weakened.
You're making quite a gamble, Strange. Gambling with your life.
All surgeons are gamblers, Dormammu. As are all magicians. Reach out, Everett Stone. I've told you who Dormammu really is, what he really is. I'm putting my own life on the line to save yours. Take this coin and banish him!
Ah, Strange. So recently returned from the grave, and yet so eager to be returned to it. No, my loyal worshipper, do not. Damn you for this, Strange.
You saved me.
No. You saved yourself, Mr. Stone. Ms. Gray and I merely provided the necessary assistance.
All my life, I was raised to believe in Dormammu, to serve him. What am I supposed to believe in now?
Well, Mr. Stone, I understand that's a difficult proposition, and not one I envy. But you now have an entire life to find out.
Shortly, the Sanctum Sanctorum.
I am returned, darling.
Was your gambit a success, my love?
Well, I surgically removed a man's face. I am not certain how I feel about that, but regardless, he will live. How was your day?
Oh, fine. Oh.
Clea? Clea, what is it? A cursed letter? A hexed card?
Worse, Stephen, far worse. My mother is getting married, and we are invited.
Your presence is demanded at the wedding of Umar, the unrelenting warlord of Antarctica, and Tibero, sorcerer supreme of the sixth dimension, lord of the seething volcano, the spirit of decay.